I'll gush on and on and on about it because it's one of my favorites. It's why I keep coming back to it. This is why I say it's so underrated. The views. This is why you do this stuff. Lassen. Well, here we are at Lassen. But it is beautiful here. Just stunning, even with a little bit of the fire damage, but it looks like they kept part of the fire out. They basically said that everything to the right-hand side of the road through the park is closed, which is rather too bad because there's some amazing hikes through there. I did one that's coming up here somewhere around here that goes to a waterfall. And then the most famous feature of Lassen is on that side of the road. It's called Bumpus Hell. And you can't smell it right here. There's actually a very distinct sulfur smell. If I remember right, just up on the left up here is a boiling mud pot. I'm hoping this guy pulls in to see it. Yep. But what we're going to do is it's right by the road, there where everybody is gathered. And so I'm just going to stand on the pegs and let you see it as I roll by. Try to crank my head as we go around here. Now, I will also tell you, you can see by all the squiggles on my GPS unit, this is a beautiful, beautiful ride. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I always want to go really fast, and I have to remind myself it's a national park, and I don't want to be a menace in South Central, so to say.
I replay all those times in my head, can't forget. Did you forget? Life keeps going on and on.
Yeah, it is a little sad to see it burned, but still one of the most incredible places. This is why I say it's so underrated.
You and I both older now, grew apart, I don't know how.
Now, who is it that's always talking about me and drop-offs and ledges? There's one of them. I mean, it's not the size of Yosemite, and you certainly don't have Yosemite Valley, but with all of the geothermal stuff, the waterfalls and stuff to hike to, the mountain view, and you'll get up here, there's lakes and all sorts of stuff. It is super, super cool. It's fun to explore and camp at. It's not nearly as busy as some of the other parks, which makes it a much nicer experience in my opinion. I like the parks that aren't just crammed full of people. I think that if you're going to be outside enjoying nature, it's nice to have some solitude and get some time in nature.
Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape.
Another strong cell of sulfur right here. There must be something. The views. Incredible. As Charlie Sinawan would say, que bonito, que bonito. Yeah, this is one of the lakes. Just beautiful through here. It's Emerald Lake. And I believe there's a Summit Lake as well that we're going to go past. And back on the road. And for Moto ramblings, there we are. 8,511 feet. Feels like you're on top of the world is what it feels like when you look out over that horizon. I mean, I guess for this part of the world, it is on top of the world. Tell you, these are the days that dreams are made of. This is why you do this stuff. This is why you do it. That's the cool thing, is hike out to all the lakes, and you can do some like in and out. If you're a backpacker, there's some backpack trips that you do a day into a lake and then a day back out. I really enjoy backpacking, so I tend to know where all this stuff is. Yeah, what a mountain. I go on and on about it because I love it here, but I will tell you that I honestly think that if you're going to take your motorcycle to a national park, so many of them, it's useless to have a motorcycle like Yellowstone or Yosemite, because you never ever really get to have any fun. But here, the roads are fairly empty. Maybe on a weekend it might be busy, but especially if you come midweek, and even at the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit, it's so tight and twisty, you can have some engaging and slightly spirited riding and not be that guy that's ripping through a national park at 2 or 3 times the speed limit. And as you can tell, the road is gorgeously paved. It's beautiful. The views are insane. If you like hiking, there's lots of little hikes to stop and do. I think that this is one of the top places to bring your motorcycle for a national park if you're going to do it. I have camped up. The campground that I've used before is closed now because of the fire. I don't know what the plan to open it back up is or when. And that's the one up at the top near the summit. But there's another campground down here coming out the northwest side of the park, and it's along a little lake. It's beautiful, so it's a good spot. So you can come set up camp, spend a day or two, ride your motorcycle up and down this road 3-4 times, stop and do some hiking, take in these stunning views, and enjoy seeing all the geothermal activity that there is to see here at Lassen.
You've been lost and alone in the city lights, I know.
And I'll gush on and on and on about it because it's one of my favorites. It's why I keep coming back to it time and time again. I have been here a lot more times than I have been to Yosemite. As beautiful as Yosemite is, for places I want to come camp and ride my motorcycle, this one ends up high on the list. So I think this is my 5th time on a motorcycle coming to Lassen. If that's not a ringing endorsement, I don't know what is. I mean, you can take it for what it's worth, right? It's my opinion. But if you've watched my channel for any time, I think that I go to some pretty cool places, and I try to pick stuff that is very motorcycle friendly and engaging, and also just out of this world beautiful. But yeah, see, it's tootling through, and you can just take these sharp corners and dip a shoulder down and not be pissing people off. And there we go. We're already down to 7,000 again, Patrick. Yeah, you can see this side of the park was just devastated by those fires on that side. So we're starting to get down lower and lower towards the end. So I am probably going to wrap this one up here, but we are not done today, but I'm going to pick that up in the next video. We have got a real good one. I'm going to ride Medicine Lake and Medicine Lake Road. It is a phenomenal little hidden gem, and you're going to have to watch the next one to find out why. Until next time, it's Dewey out.
Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape.